Freedom March with Rodney Munker. Up next on ILTV.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of management, ownership, or production unit of ILS or the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a product of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented, in part or entirety, without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2024. All rights are reserved.
Marijuana is a dangerous drug.
The Queen is dead! God save the King!
There can never be rape in marriage. BMW sound like bad man wagon. Not only am I saved, I'm saved and sanctified. The revolution is alive, and we must continue to document it.
Freedom!
Broadcasting live from the ILTV studios located here at University Drive. Welcome to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Munker. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I'm also a member of the local Catholic Christian community. Today is Tuesday, the 10th day of November in the year of our Lord 2024. It is exactly 15 more days before the Christian world celebrates Christmas. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. I want to welcome him. Bradley, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Well, folks, it's a wonderful day, but there are some exciting things taking place here. An undercover member of the Bahamas Christian Council, it is believed to be a Bishop Minnis. It is being alleged that he organized an anti-government demonstration today in Foxhill against Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis and members of his cabinet who attended, I'm advised, a spiritual meeting, a Christian meeting in Foxhill. So we're going to look at this bishop and to examine his history. When did Bishop Gregory Minnis become saved? And is he still saved? And is he taking advantage of his robe? He wears a robe, but under that robe is the works of the devil. So we'll be talking about Bishop Gregory Minnis. And then, of course, the F&M Member of Parliament, Adrian White, who is indeed very white, a County Joe Member of Parliament. He is categorically denying that he had anything to do with aiding and or abetting Shanador Cartwright in throwing out the $270,000 mace. We can look at Adrian White because Adrian believes that he could possibly be prosecuted along with Shanador Cartwright. This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King.
Freedom March with Rodney Munker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. It is as if Satan has taken over a bishop who is a pastor in the Free National Movement. Today, Prime Minister Philip Davis and other cabinet ministers, I'm advised, attended a Christian meeting at the Fox Hill Community Center. This is what I'm being advised. And we are being told that Bishop Gregory Minnis, who is a bishop in the FNM, apparently he has been successful hiding behind the armor of the Lord, hiding behind Christianity. He's been able to mobilize an anti-Philip Brave Davis demonstration. I want to talk to Bishop Gregory Minnis, and I want to call him back to a day of repentance. It is clear that Bishop Gregory Minnis is not saved. For if he was saved, certainly he would not use an opportunity like this to discuss Christian healing and to discuss the many social problems that exist in the country by taking advantage of confidential Christian information for the meeting and organizing rebels out of the FNM. Bishop Minnis should hang his head in shame, and I call on the other bishops of the FNM to lay hands on Bishop Minnis and to pray for him, because certainly he's doing the devil's work. I've always been suspicious about this bishop. I always felt that this bishop was not completely saved. I always felt so. I'm going to be dealing with him because he's highly provocative, and it appears that he wishes to incite a very unpleasant situation in the country. We're going to talk about Bishop Gregory Minnis. He acted for the last 4 years as the spiritual advisor to the former Prime Minister, Dr. Hubert Minnis. 2 Minnises, okay? The spiritual advisor, are you ready to?
Yeah, let's go. We got a very interesting read today from the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 23 to 27. Some folks don't understand how dangerous division can be. Jesus called them over to him and began to speak to them in parables. How can Satan drive out Satan? If a kingdom is divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. If a house is divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan opposes himself and is divided, he cannot stand. His end has come. In fact, no one can enter a strong man's house without first tying him up, and then he could plunder the strong man's house. No matter how you look at it, no matter how you try to dress it up, division is not good at all. If a kingdom is divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house is divided against itself, that house cannot stand. Mark chapter 3, verses 23 to 27. I read from the NIV. The word of God is always blessed. Amen. Thank you, producer. And back to you, Sandra.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor.
Indeed.
So, folks, this is what is taking place here. It is being alleged that the most senior bishop of the Free National Movement, Bishop Gregory Minnis, orchestrated a demonstration in Fox Hill today against Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis. And of course, Bishop Minnis would be aware of this meeting by virtue of the fact that he is an FNM member of the Bahamas Christian Council, and it appears that he is abusing his office in the Christian Council to play politics. And I want the bishop to stop it. Other than that, we are going to have to examine his history from the day he confessed and proclaim that he is saved. And I'm certain that we are able to document many of the sins that he has committed. We all know the bishop, and we know the bishop has been a very sinful person, but he claimed that he is saved. But today, the political act that he orchestrated demonstrates that he is not saved. And PLP supporters must respond politically to the bishop and the FNM, because we cannot have a situation where the bishop, who is a senior cleric in the Free National Movement, is able to hide behind Christianity to carry out these political attacks. Certainly, he's not doing the Lord's work. Do you wish to comment on that, my spiritual advisor?
Well, Santa, like I told you, we have a lot of things. Just give me a second. We have a lot of things to circulate on social media, so you have to be careful before you attack people to make sure that your information is correct. So we do see some things on social media that says that the Prime Minister may have went into the Foxhead area to have a spiritual meeting with some pastors from some maybe some local denominations, or possibly, I don't know, it could be members of the Christian Council. I'm not sure. But here's what is being said. That today's, it was a luncheon, Senator. I tell you, they had a luncheon. It is being said that today there was a pastoral luncheon with Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis. It was overshadowed by unexpected political maneuvering. Now this is some propaganda, as FNM chaplain Gregory Minnis blindsided attendees by organizing a protest outside the event. The protest, do you have the video, producer? The protests, which featured approximately 10 individuals led by FNM members, I wouldn't call their names.
What is your problem, my spiritual advisor?
Bishop, go ahead. You're live on radio. Go ahead, Bishop.
No. Don't take the bishop call without telling me, because he's not saved, and I don't want him to curse on this show. All right? Now, Bishop, I want to rebuke you. All right? Now, you read the article.
Okay, let's do this. This is hearsay. Let's retract. Let's retract this.
So you don't want to talk. Leave it alone.
Let's retract.
You leave it alone. You continue to play FNM.
No.
Is the Tribune reporting it?
Apparently so.
Is the Tribune reporting it?
Apparently so.
Do you not know that the Tribune is the FNM paper?
Why are you breaking up Sabah's table?
Do you not know that every other paper would lie on the FNM, but the Tribune will not lie on the FNM?
Now, the Tribune is reporting the event.
Huh?
But now we don't know who's blindsiding this and who all was involved in the protest. Now, I tell you one thing. If the producer plays the video, I see a handful of people that have on red caps. Now, what does that mean?
Producer, advisor.
Producer, you have the video?
Hold that video.
I sent it to you, producer.
Hold that video.
Why?
The first problem I'm having with you
Listen,
is...
the bishop wants to speak to you.
I don't wish to speak to the bishop.
Nah,
Tell the bishop I will meet him in the church. That's where I want to meet the bishop. All right? I want to meet the bishop in the church so I could pour olive oil on him. Because simply, this bishop is not saved. What the hell he's doing? He's a member of the Christian Council.
Rodney, sorry, Senator. Go and find out
My
first.
spiritual advisor, the bishop, is
Okay,
not saying.
producer, I have the video. Let me send it to you.
Don't play no video because you're
Sandra,
not prepared.
let's
I
look
don't
at
want to
this.
see the F&M video.
Okay, you want to look at it on my phone? You want to see it?
I'll look at it
Okay.
at the break. Not now. You see, if Bishop Minnis is going to play safe, he can't do it like this. He can't. All right? I don't want to throw on him what the Honorable Arthur Hanna threw on a former Anglican priest. When the Honorable Arthur Hanna told that Anglican priest who wears a robe just like the bishop, he told him in 1987 how he need to wash. Say they're gonna cost me to bring up all kind of old story.
What you mean? Go down in the baptistry to
All
wash,
right.
to wash his sins away?
No, blessed are the pure in heart. Now, what is it that the bishop is complaining about?
He wants to talk
Is he
to you.
denying it?
I think he is. That's why I told you.
How did the F&M know that there was going to be this Christian meeting?
How are we supposed to know that, Sandra? This is a very small, knitted society we live in.
Anyway.
Very little things can go on without people knowing.
Call the bishop. Let's hear what the bishop has to say.
Okay.
And you give me the phone.
Okay.
You start off by telling the bishop
see, that's why I told you,
he's
Sandra.
not allowed to curse. No
Okay.
dirty word.
Okay.
See, I know these bishop.
Okay.
All right? You give me the phone.
Bishop, you're live. Bishop, you're live on radio and
told-
TV.
It's not there. I am coming.
Now,
to the
Bishop.
station to make a report on him.
Bishop.
And any station put my name on
Bishop,
I am coming to-
Bishop, answer my question. Were you not there?
I was not there.
Well, who's that Negro look like you?
If you call my name one more time, you better apologize to me because if I was there, I would have said I was there. You would have seen me there.
You did not organize that demonstration, Bishop. Answer that question. Did you not organize the demonstration?
Rodney.
Yes, Bishop.
I say to you again, leave my name out of your mouth. I was not there. The organization has their people to organize what that needs to be organized. You're messing with my name. Again.
Which organization are you referring to?
Rodney,
Bishop.
hell, and I'm telling you now,
Bishop.
when you come to the station, I'm going to file a report on you.
Bishop,
calling my
which
name.
organization are you referring to?
Rodney, listen to me. Let me tell you something, yeah? Let me tell you something. You better stop, you know. You better stop what you're doing, putting people's name out there, getting propaganda and putting people's name out there. You need to stop it.
Bishop, you were not there?
That's a liability. Rodney, stop it.
Bishop, you were not there? Anyway, I'll see you. I'll see you tonight.
In the name of Jesus, stop it.
I'll see you.
Rodney.
I'll see you tonight behind.
Stop it.
I'll see you tonight behind Tommy Coconut Tree.
You will not see me. That means you don't mean you're not friends like that.
I will see you behind Tommy Coconut Tree tonight.
You ain't gonna see me nowhere, and if I see you, if I see you there, I will insult you.
You ain't safe. You have a good day. The bishop isn't safe. This is what we're up against. Bishop knows that as a member of the Christian Council, if the Christian community is meeting, that is not the time to orchestrate any political maneuvering. And the bishop should not do that. Okay? Anyway, we'll move on.
Let's apologize to the bishop.
You apologize to the bishop.
Bishop, I realize that you're angry.
You tell the bishop I'm prepared to meet him in the Supreme Court.
Let me do it. Let me do it, Sandra. Bishop Gregory Minnis, apologies to you. We recognize you're angry, and there's nothing wrong with being angry. The Bible just encourages us, in our anger, we not to sin. All right, so obviously something is wrong. The bishop says he wasn't there.
So you apologize.
So we're sorry.
Okay. The spiritual advisor has apologized
We're sorry,
to
Bishop.
the bishop.
Bishop, I can't take your call now because I'm live on there, so call me.
That's him again?
Yeah. He's upset.
Tell the bishop You will see him in the back of Tommy Cognitry.
Yeah, we'll see you
in the back
tonight.
of Tommy Cognitry.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, so that is what has happened today, but the bishop has categorically denied it. He say it was not him, but a contingent of F&M. And from all the prayers and song that we have been informed of, the bishop emerged as the leader, but he has denied it. Therefore, since he has denied it, I shall give him the benefit of the doubt, and I then call on Ezekiel to send me whatever video evidence you have of the bishop. Well, having dealt with that, we now want to look at another F&M. What time is it?
We had a break at 4:28.
Do we have enough time?
So we're at 4:25. You got 2 minutes if you can speed it up.
When I come back, we want to look at the attempted destruction of the mace and the fact that the County Joe member of Parliament for St. Anne's, is that his constituency?
St. Anne's, yeah.
Adrian White, he is now categorically denying that at any time he was, one, a co-conspirator, two, that he aided and abetted Shenandoah Cartwright by opening the window for Shenandoah to throw the mace out of the house. And of course, his denial comes because in F&M cycle, we have been wondering whether or not the state would prosecute Shenandoah Cartwright. And by extension, if the state decides that it will prosecute Shenandoah Cartwright, people like Adrian White is afraid that they could possibly be charged. But Adrian says he categorically denied that while he did go to the window, at no time did he open the window. At no time did he assisted Shenandoah Cartwright. So I think Adrian would make a good witness should the state decide to prosecute Shenandoah. He can give an accounting and let everybody know that he had nothing to do with it. I think I'm going to accept Adrian White's word. I found him to be a wonderful County Joe man, and I believe that he's not violent. I believe he's not destructive. And if Adrian White say he had nothing to do with the illegality of his deputy leader, I believe the white boy. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the king. They are afraid they could be prosecuted. But who knows? I may intervene on their behalf. God save the king.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2020. All rights are reserved.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Munker, and before I go to Haiti and Kenya, because there's some wonderful things happening in Haiti as it relates to the Kenyan, and there's some wonderful things happening in Kenya as it relates to the Kenyan. My spiritual advisor, perhaps you would want to pay bills.
Absolutely. Multi-Discount is a store located at Monroe Avenue, offering a wide range of home goods and appliances at affordable prices. They cater to various styles, from simple to sophisticated, making them a great option for new and old parents or anyone who's looking to just freshen up their home. Everybody needs money always, so send money internationally and locally through Western Union with Money Max. Download the Money Max app today to send cash instantly to a family member or friend anytime and anywhere. Sending money has never been simpler. The app is available on the Apple Store and Google Play Store. Money Max. Live your max life. Back to you, Sandra.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor.
Indeed.
Well, folks, we haven't heard that much about what has been taking place in Haiti. You would recall that the Kenyans, they've taken the lead in going to Haiti to restore law and order. And you would recall that I did remind you that the government of the United States happens to have been, according to international reports, one of the major financiers of the Kenyans. And I did complain how the Bahamas and other small Caribbean island nations who are participating in maintaining law and order in Haiti ain't getting none of the American money. Well, by grab, guess what's taking place in Haiti? At least about 30 to 40 Kenyan police officers have resigned. They have demanded to be returned to Kenya. They are angry over the fact that they cannot be paid. So something has to be fundamentally wrong. That all that money that the Kenyan government is alleged to have received from the United States government, that those poor Africans who are maintaining law and order cannot be paid. So the Kenyans are now complaining about terrible conditions in Haiti, almost as if they didn't know the conditions existed before they went. They're complaining over the fact that they can't get paid. And they all know that their government received millions of dollars. So at least 30 to 40 have been demanding to return to Kenya. Meanwhile, violence has escalated in Haiti, and in the midst of all of this violence, a new but old allegation has been made. Apparently, there's a major dispute over the practice of voodoo, the practice of what the Haitian call boka, that's obia, and that has led to a lot of massacre, a lot of killing, because various Haitian communities are suspicious that the other community is doing underhand work. There's been reports that many priests and priestesses have been visiting the cemetery. That's the cemetery. And it is alleged that they have been calling up some of the old voodoo gods. And among some of the people it is alleged that they have been calling from the grave has been Baron Samedi. And Baron Samedi in Haitian mythology is the keeper of the grave. So it's one bunch of witchcraft graveyard dirt, underhand work that is taking place in Haiti, and it appears that the Haitian voodoo, the Haitian witchcraft is stronger than the Kenyans' own. So this is what's going on. Have you heard anything about it, my spiritual advisor?
No, I haven't. I'll have to go check the international.
So that is what is happening in
I haven't heard anything.
Haiti. And so clearly we're going to have to find a workable solution for the people of Haiti. And I think Kenyan occupation ain't going to work, okay? Because the Kenyans are now complaining. Well, having dealt with that, do you have something on your mind, my spiritual advisor?
No, nothing in particular.
Well, let me start off by telling everybody that Saturday the 21st, not this Saturday is the 14th, so it's Saturday after next, ILTV, or should I say Island Luck, is going to have a big bang, and that is going to be at the carnival site at the Sports Center. And so it is expected that thousands of people shall be attending. And I think I'm in a position, and I think I'm authorized to invite everybody. Everybody in the Bahamas is invited to come and celebrate the Big Bang. So that is Saturday the 21st. Get there kind of early. Gates should be officially opening maybe from about 4:30, 5 o'clock. And we're going to have a big bang. There's going to be party galore. And who knows, I may wear my African attire. I can now advise members of the public that a woman who's very close to the Saxon Junkanoo group, she has made me a wonderful priestly African attire because we're having an African party on Thursday, and the only thing that is missing is I need a spare. So I have somebody working on a spare for me. And I
Not
need
a real spare. You cannot take a real spare.
I mean, if I'm going...
I don't know if they're going to allow you to do that. A
If
spare
I'm going
is
as an African...
that's a weapon, man.
What?
It's a weapon. You can't
Well,
take
I'm
that
going
to a
as an
party.
African prince. I can't
Right,
go
so
without my spare.
Don't forget, I don't know if the hotel will allow you to bring...
Not only do I want a spare, I want to carry an animal with me. Because... Well, if we're going to play Africa,
You might as well go all the way. Hey,
I might as
boy, I
well.
tell you,
I
yes.
could use me a lion,
man.
a tiger, or a dog. I think it would be powerful. So I just want members of the public to know, get ready for the Big Bang. And there's going to be all kinds of surprises at the Big Bang. Okay? So you gotta come. You gotta come. And I expect thousands to show up. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful event. And I think it's going to be great. What do you think?
Yeah. Also, this weekend, December the 14th, the IL Cares Foundation is going to have a kids' carnival. It's going to be this Saturday, December the 14th, between the hours of 12 to 4 p.m. Don't forget, now this is for kids only. All right, so this Saturday, the IL Cares Foundation is going to have a kids' carnival. Of course, this 14th December, this Saturday coming, at Clifford Park. All right, it's going to be from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Kids only. They do have restrictions here, ages 2 to 12, and they want the kids. The kids must be accompanied by a responsible adult at all times. So, whereas the IL Cares Foundation do care, and they want to give back to the kids, they also want the kids to be safe. So please, they are emphasizing that on Saturday, December the 14th, 2024, this Saturday at Clifford Park, between the hours of 12 to 4 p.m., the IL Cares Foundation is going to have a kids' carnival, and it's free. Free rides, free treats, free gifts, and more. But don't forget, we want to keep the kids safe, ages 2 to 12, and these kids must be accompanied by a responsible adult. And then, of course, Kids Carnival is going to go to the Family Islands, East Sunrise, and Freeport, the basketball court. Then you got Exuma, the Resilience Plaza, and then, of course, in Abaco. I hope I'm calling that correct. This Saturday, the 14th December, 2024, from 12 to 12 p.m. So the Kids Carnival is going to be in Freeport, Eleuthera, Abaco, Exuma, South Andros, North Andros, Central Andros, Bimini, Harbor Island, Inagua, Long Island, Cat Island, Berry Island, Mangrove Key, San Salvador, Black Point, Daniel Key, Grand Key. Wow, this is interesting. Free treats, gifts, and more. So don't forget, Kids Carnival by the IL Cares Foundation is going all over the Bahamas. So they're going to be free treats, gifts, and more. Freeport, Eleuthera, Abaco, Exuma, South Andros, North Andros, Central Andros, Bimini, Harbor Island, Inagua, Long Island, Cat Island, Berry Island, Mangrove Key, San Salvador, Black Point, Daniel Key, and Grand Key. Don't forget, that's this Saturday, December the 14th, between the hours of 12 and 4 p.m. Thanks so much, producer. Senator, the bishop is calling again. What do you want to do?
What the bishop wants.
We got to make peace with him. Okay, we can't take it. We can't take Bishop, we can't take your call, okay? We're just so sorry. We're going to have to talk after 6 o'clock, or you can call at 5. Can you call at 5:30, producer? Okay, Bishop, you can call at 5:30. We know you're angry, but try to tone it down a bit, because I am kind of concerned myself now at your anger, Bishop. I know you're a man, don't play. So, I'm concerned about your anger, Bishop, so let's please calm down.
Shall we go to Junkanoo now?
Yeah.
What is the latest on Junkanoo? Are they having Junkanoo, or are the Negroes not holding Junkanoo?
Well, what we do know, I try to get this information organized and sent to you. We do understand that there was supposed to have been a press conference held between the JCPN. Producer, how do you pronounce that again? It's the JCNP and the media, but apparently that meeting was abruptly cancelled due to unforeseen circumstances. I think the PR officer did apologize to the media houses for not going through with that press conference. I don't know what it's going to be entailed in the press conference. Nobody knows. But we don't know what the outcome is.
Boycotting, are they canceling?
I don't know. You know, the argument now is if the JCNP, is it JCNP? If they actually have the power to do that. But we don't know what's going on, Senator. Hopefully, by tomorrow we'll find exactly what is going to happen with the Boxing Day and the New Year's Day Junkanoo parade. So that is all we know for now.
So there's nothing new?
Nothing new.
Have you been informed that the hotel industry,
they are rather upset,
they appear to be extremely upset over the fact that there is this cultural blackmail not to have the Junkanoo Festival, and they feel, having promoted it internationally, having encouraged guests to come into the country and to enjoy this cultural explosion, they are very upset over the fact that Dion Miller has been allowed to run afoul. And it appears that no one in politics, no one in culture is able to rope him in. So I'm receiving reports that many of the hotels are very, very upset, and I expect that they shall lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Tourism. So it's just amazing that when these games are being played, we do not take into consideration the other ramifications. And you would recall that I did tell you that politics was being played, and now we have a group that has a contract with the government that has moved to sabotage Junkanoo, to the extent that the hotel industry are very, very upset over it.
Yeah, because, you know, Junkanoo is an international For us locally, it's a national event, but of course, over the last 10 years, has been widely publicized in the international world and
Over
media.
the last 10 years?
Also, yeah, over 10 years, which
My
means it's more than 10
spiritual
years.
advisor, do you not know the history
Okay.
that the late Sir Stafford Sands, who would have been the Minister of Finance and perhaps the Minister of Tourism
at the time.
in the UBP government, was one of the leading forces that promoted John Canoe in the 50s, 60s, early 70s.
So it's always been an international.
Of course. I don't think everything just began over the
Recently.
last couple of years.
So over
This-
10 years could be 20
No,
years,
no,
30
no.
years, 40 years.
Yeah, over 50 years.
50 years.
60 years, yeah.
Right, so we got to protect that because we have, mind you, we do have a lot of tourists who do decide to come to the Bahamas around this time, especially during Boxing Day and New Year's, to watch the festival.
And
It's a major
the
event.
unfairness to the local population.
Yeah.
Thousands of people whose children would like to come to Bay Street and enjoy
Right.
themselves.
So it is a selfish act for the chairman of the JCNP to say to cancel John Canoe. Obviously, he didn't think about the wider effect.
Well, I always told you it was not him. So you
So who would be
didn't listen
behind
to
that?
me.
Who would be behind that?
Remember what I told
So
you.
who would be behind it beside him?
There is a powerful political element in that culture.
Leaning towards who? Are we talking PLP or FNM?
They're F&Ms.
Boy, that's the problem with this country, man. This is sickening. Why does politics have to be an even
Well,
junk?
politics isn't everything.
And it needs to come out. That's why we're having so much problems today.
No,
Take
politics,
politics out.
is essential. All we have to
But
do
then if-
is to use politics for good. That's the point I'm making. You can't ignore politics, but it must be used
Can
for
you
good.
ever use politics for
It
good,
must be
though?
used for the
As
building.
dirty as politics is, you can use it for good?
It isn't the politics is dirty. You're looking at the players. They're dirty and nasty and unsafe. Okay? It isn't the politics. It's the players.
So it isn't the game.
Yeah.
It's the players.
It's the players. Yeah, it's the players. All right. If you have people who recognize that we are going to debate issues as a result of trying to tear down and destroy, then you have a healthy political climate. And so that is what has to be encouraged. You have to encourage your people to debate in a very responsible and wholesome
Yeah,
manner.
absolutely.
I think we haven't looked at the $15 million worth of cocaine that has come into the country. What are the reports you're now receiving about this drug? And is this coke linked to the exercise that is taking place in the United States of America?
I haven't heard anything, to be honest with you. As a matter of fact, I don't know if anybody has been charged. I understand there were some men who may have been arrested, possibly 5 Bahamians and 2 Colombians who were arrested Long Island, I believe. But since the arrest, we haven't heard of anybody being formally charged in connection with that drug seizure. But it is said that the street value is $15.4 million. And they had a special type of marijuana.
Really?
That was on the plane as well.
Is this some
high grade? This is a very high grade.
It's good stuff?
Yeah. Right? There's some special grade, high grade marijuana.
Really?
That was on the plane as well, yeah. Just a small amount of it though.
Okay.
I guess it was for some special people, I would assume. But no word on anything further other than men were arrested, but we know if they were formally charged.
Now, when we take into consideration that men have been arrested, approximately when were they arrested? How many days ago?
Mind you, I was trying to figure
Taking
that
into
out.
consideration that the police can only hold you for
For
96 hours.
Or 72.
96 hours.
So that's 4 days.
Yeah. Well. And then after 96 hours.
They have to let you go if they're not going to charge you.
Yeah.
So when was this bus? Was this early Sunday morning?
I don't remember. So much dope is coming into the country. So much rumors of dope. Because everywhere I go, I'm hearing dope is coming.
So today or tomorrow may be the end of the 96-hour period. I actually thought it was 72, but if you say it's 96, then it is what it is.
Yeah.
So eventually, if they don't charge them, they're going to probably have to let them go. And if they let them go, can they arrest them again? Can they do that?
Yeah, the police investigation may be continuous.
So if you let somebody go because you don't have enough evidence to hold them, what would be a reason for rearresting them?
You may
New
now
evidence?
have
New evidence?
new evidence.
That's a fine line.
No.
A good
Let me give you an
good
example.
lawyer could
No.
argue a case in court
Let
for
me
you.
give you an example. Let us not forget what is taking place. All of the drug importation coming into the country, there is a superior force. While the local police may not realize it, the Americans are in control of all the coke. See, we are fooling ourselves when we ignore the fact that every ounce, every kilo of cocaine that has been entering the country for the last 2 years has been under, allegedly,
3 years.
American supervision. So it's American coke. If the coke is my coke, and I'm as sophisticated as the American, how you could rip me off? You can't rip me off. Because what is happening here is narcotic manipulation. That's what's going on. So at all material time, the Americans are in charge. They're in charge of the conspiracy. They're in charge of the importation. They're watching you when you collect it. And they're listening to your conversation. And then, of course, you can't be fool enough to not realize that there would be people who are cooperating with the Americans. Have you not watched the FBI? You arrest everybody to protect the fellow who is providing you with the intelligence, the fellow who's spying for you. So you arrest everybody. So what is happening here is at all material time, the Americans are in control and they're manipulating the process. So that's what's going on, my special advisor. This is an easy case for me to solve. I didn't solve the case. Who coke it is? It's American coke. Now, you can be in trouble when you think you could rip them off. When you think that you can be a part of a corrupt enterprise. So it's American coke. Every score of it, it's American coke. And if you want evidence, just read the Lorcan report. The Commission of Inquiry into the Lorcan, which was appointed shortly after Perry Christie became Prime Minister in 2002. It's right there. And you will see how the Americans set up the defense force. They set up the defense force. The men who bought the coke on the Lorcan. When you look at them, you think that they're just ordinary drug smugglers. No! They were in charge. And if I'm correct, they also had a device, a tracking device in the cocaine. They had a tracking device in the cocaine. So at all material time, They knew where their coke was. And they knew who had it. They knew.
They tracked the plane, Santa.
No, I'm not talking about the plane now.
Okay.
I'm talking about the Lorraine, which was a boat, which was intercepted on East Bay Street in the harbor.
Yeah, we all know about that.
Right? You don't want to discuss it, eh?
Well, some coke went missing. By the time it reached the Defense Force, and by the time it reached from the Defense Force to the DEA on Thompson Boulevard, some stuff went missing. So they had a mix-up in the count, remember? They were short by how much? 5 or 50? Anyway, it was short. They had one count. They started with one count because one Defense Force officer, a Defense Force officer and officer from the DE was trying to explain exactly what happened. They started off with a count at interception. So the boat then was towed into Defense Force Harbor. Drugs unloaded at the Defense Force Harbor and then taken to DEU. So by the time it got from point A to point B to point C, some stuff went missing. It must have dropped overboard.
This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. We'll be right back. It's big day time when we return. Hold on, everybody. It's a wonderful day in Nassau. God save the King. It's powerful today.
Freedom March with Rodney Munker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and it's 5 o'clock, isn't it?
Yes, we had a couple
It's
of birthday
birthday time.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. So we have a list here. On top of the list, Reynard Miller. Reynard Miller is celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday. Coming from his mom. His two children, Syria and Khalil. Brothers and sisters, family and friends. They're telling you to enjoy your day. So happy birthday to Reynard Miller. Dennis Gates is celebrating a 61st birthday. Dennis Gates is one of the best men alive today. Dennis Gates, a.k.a. the farmer. Greetings and love expressed today coming from your wife, Sonia, your children, grandchildren, family and friends, especially your cross Shauna. They love you. Celebrate your day and enjoy your day. Happy birthday to Dennis Gates. Kent Knowles. Kent Knowles is celebrating a 61st birthday as well. Happy birthday to Kent Knowles, coming from his sisters Delvera and Darlene, his nephew Avery, his brother-in-law Edison, and all his family and friends, especially his cousin Shirley Panther. They love you. Happy birthday to Kent Knowles. Gia Williams is celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday to Gia, coming from your two daughters, your mom and your dad, your sister and brother, and also those who love you. So happy birthday to Gia Williams. Let me see. Look like that's it, and
Well, I joined the spiritual advisor in wishing each and every one of you a happy birthday. It's powerful. Mr. Producer, will you kindly show me the Supreme Court building? Do we have it? Well, folks, you might not be aware that this building, which is one of our Supreme Court, is called Anne's Backer. This is where the British, many years ago, had its High Commission, and or you may want to call it its embassy. Well, here is where a number of courts are located, and on the second floor for a number of years is where the probate registry is located. And I got a surprise in my life that I was invited to come to the probate registry to pick up a document today. And then when I show up, I almost met that area empty, only for me to discover that they have transferred, if that's the word, the probate registry to Burnett Road. So that is where the probate registry is now going to be located. So we won't have the convenience of catching the jitney and coming downtown to the probate registry. We better ask the Minister of Transport to establish a good bus route that will take us, let's say, from the University of the Bahamas heading east to Burnett Road, where we are told that the new office of the probate registry is to be located. So for those of you who have to go to the probate registry, please don't show up tomorrow. They're gone. And I don't know if they told the public they were moving. Perhaps only me didn't know. Were you aware that the probate registry was leaving there?
I didn't know.
Yeah.
But I did notice some activities going on Burnett Road, just across the street from Kingsway Academy. Kingsway? Is
Okay.
Kingsway Academy on Burnett Road?
I think it's on.
I just get mixed up. Okay. The
Yeah.
NCA is on Old Trail Road and Kingsway is on Burnett Road. Yeah, so I saw a lot of activities going on at that beautiful building there on the southern side of Burnett Road if you're headed west.
I'm also told that the family court has been moved. So those of you who might be wishing to file for divorce, I don't know if you have to go there or whether or not you will still file downtown. I don't know, perhaps somebody from the Supreme Court will issue a statement to inform us of the many positive changes which are taking place so that we will not be caught off guard. I thought I would share that with you. Anything specific you want to touch, my spiritual advisor?
No, we've touched just with what is today's date?
Today is the 10th of December, 15 days before Christmas. And of course, we spoke eloquently about Adrian White.
What is today's date?
The 10th of December. What happened? 15 days before Christmas. And then, of course, you go to a party on Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Thursday is what, 2 days from now?
Yeah, 2 days from now.
Yeah. Okay. So, that's it.
All right, so the JCNP conference is postponed again? December the 10th, right?
Today's the 10th.
Okay, but I don't, because there's so much mischief on social media. You just don't know, what is authentic. I wouldn't read that, to be honest with you. Let's leave that alone. I wouldn't read that.
So where are we now?
You can open the lines.
Go ahead, my spiritual advisor. Open the lines.
Listen, we got a free reign today, man. We're going to open the lines early today. There's so much things going on in the Bahamas. You don't know where to start, what to talk about, what not to talk about. There's so much false information circulating on social media. Before we open the line, Senator, is there any law in place where you can actually be held or hauled before the courts for issuing information that may be false on social media? Because a lot of it is circulating around, and it has to be controlled.
Well, it all depends on what it is you're saying. If, for instance, you accuse a person of a crime, you can find yourself before the court.
Right. For libel.
Pardon?
You'll be charged with...
Well, it could be criminal libel. It can be threats, depending on what you say. Okay? But by and large, there's lots of freedom. So people are permitted to express their views, and there are many of us who ignore what people say.
Okay.
Yeah. But depending on what you say, the police could bring criminal charges against you if you criminally libel someone. Or the person can sue you. Got it?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Next question.
All right. So let's open the lines early.
Go ahead.
I think the Royal Bahamas Police Force has issued a statement reminding gun license holders not to forget. Please don't forget that your licenses expire December 31st of this year. So please be reminded to have your gun licenses renewed before the date. And of course, there is a law that if you are found with an unlicensed firearm, you can be charged. So please don't forget, all gun holders, don't forget, this month is the month that you renew your gun licenses, and you have until December 31st. Mind you, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that there is a discretion for about 2 weeks. And that 2 weeks, within that 2 weeks period, if you do, it's a grace period. I'm understanding for 2 weeks, 14 days, you can, then if you do decide that you couldn't make that date, there's a $50 late fee, and you can actually have your gun license during that grace period. But after that, of course, that's a call by the Commissioner of Police. If you're found with an unlicensed firearm, you could be charged. So please don't forget, I'm included. I have a gun that needs to be licensed.
You have a gun?
Yeah, no, that needs to be renewed. Yeah, I have a 12 gauge Mossberg.
Really?
Yeah, beautiful machine.
Okay.
I got to renew it. It's $150 for me, and if I am late, it's actually $200.
How much is it for a handgun?
$750 for special for handguns.
$750?
Yeah.
Really?
And if you're late, then you have to pay $800 because there's a $50 late fee.
Okay.
So don't forget, gun license holders, this is the month. You have to renew your licenses before December 31st. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Hello, I'd like to speak to Rodney Munker, please.
Hello, my dear. How are you?
All right. Mr. Munker, I have a serious problem. I would like to call you off here, please. I would like to have your number, please.
My number is 801
801
57
57
60.
60.
Call me 8 tonight.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
All right.
All right, we open the lines here. The lines open 323-7775-6980-775 and 698-0776. So call us, we can talk. We have quite a bit to discuss today. 698-0775, 698-0776. And of course, the main line is 323-7775. Junkanoo is bigger than politics. That's interesting. Michael Pintard made that statement. Call us. The lines are open 323-7775, 698-0775, and 698-0776. Now, some of the people are accusing the government of getting involved or getting into deep with the Junkanoo saga. And they are, well, by and large, the public is saying that, you know, it's become too political. And the politics needs to just stay away from certain...
You cannot divorce what is politics. Stop giving the word politics a negative meaning.
I'm not doing that. The public is saying, you know, why would politics be involved in Junkanoo?
Politics is involved in everything.
Not religion.
Politics is involved in everything.
Okay.
Everything politics is involved in. It all depends on how you play the politics. What is politics? Political science. The management of a system by government. I'll give you an example of politics. I went to BTBI because I wanted to help a woman. The woman sounds like a Jamaican, but she's not a Jamaican. But she sounds like a Jamaican.
Get a call?
Sorry, Go ahead.
Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live. Are you there, caller?
Hello?